Alright, here's my take on an actually cool thing that is being done by men today, and that is the unmanned drones concept by Amazon. Finally, some innovation that's actually going to save people a lot of time, a lot of money, and it's going to be fantastically fun. Can you imagine these things at Christmas time? I want to see these things with Christmas lights delivering Christmas wrapped presents to my lawn at Christmas time. I mean, this is inevitable, people. This should be done. I was reading the article. I marvel at how governments are just, love to just too much fear, too much hesitation on this stuff. It's like, folks, I just want to see this start happening. Like, this is finally, I got excited about this. This is an actual innovation that it just feels like it's been a while since men were doing something new that they were actually excited about that's really going to be world changing. Unmanned aerial vehicles that deliver goods to your door in less than 30 minutes. Just imagine the joy at Christmas time and these things should have Christmas lights all over them. It's like Santa flying through the air. Red Christmas lights on this sweet silent copter thing. You can have little landing gear lights, for goodness sake. Just make it as joyful as possible. They could do all their work at night. I mean, that's the coolest thing about this project. People are like, oh, kind of creepy, these things would be flying around during the day. Folks, you can time these things. People can request it. It's all computers. It's like a no-brainer. It's a total no-brainer, in my opinion. These things could do all their deliveries by night when we're all asleep, just like Santa Claus. They could even switch to that for Christmas Eve mode only. Amazon could do this special free delivery on Christmas Eve, and kids wake up and lo and behold, there's wrapped Christmas presents sitting on their lawn that were dropped there by an Amazon drone. And it all happens at night, and the kids can stay up late at night if they want to watch the drone come. And it could be dressed up like a Santa sleigh. It could have red lights on the top. It could be flashing red and green when it lands. This is pure joy, people. It's technology mixed with joy, mixed with love, because it's all about gift giving. This is a winner, folks. I have to be honest. I have not been excited by a technological push in a while. This is going to be awesome. I can't wait for all the red tape to just get cut through. There's way too much fear and way too much inhibition of good ideas like this. Governments, saying, oh, hold on, we need 2 years to give you the green light. I'm like, give me a break. It's what's going to happen? It's just let it go. I mean, at least start testing it in one city in your country. I'm like, it doesn't hurt to start testing it. You don't have to go through a federal just why don't you start with a local town in Texas or something like that, wherever, it doesn't matter. Just start it, prove the joy of it. I mean, you don't have to go through the federal government first. Maybe do it on a state level, do it on a township level or something. Oh, we need 2 years to approve the unmanned vehicle legislation. You gotta be kidding me. It's so now they're coming up to Canada to get to test, whatever. But I honestly, folks, we need this kind of thing. I just think this is going to be such a joy when it's done well. So like I said, things with Christmas light colored landing gear, they can even be playing tunes. They can even play an electronic tune when they land on your lawn. Happy birthday to you. This thing could land on your lawn, playing the song Happy Birthday to You. You just, whatever. Or it could leave some special, comes gift wrapped, leave it on your lawn, whatever. Waterproofed in a plastic bag. It's all simple. It's all computers, and it makes sense to me, folks. I've been doing delivering newspapers, and I have to do the same route every single morning. And I do the same thing every single morning. I'm basically like a robot now. I'm just the same paper to the same house in the same location every single morning. I'm like, it is beneficial, it's life-giving, it's healthy, I get good exercise, and it keeps me disciplined with early mornings, which I like. But why not just have a drone deliver the newspapers? Because I love a physical newspaper, and most people love a physical newspaper. I would 3 times rather have an amazing, well-done physical newspaper in my hands in the morning, rather than something online. I think a lot of people would. the drones could deliver the newspapers by night when we're all asleep. Just you could drop it from the sky. It doesn't even have to land on your lawn. Just open up its bay door like over your property. And it's so easy to fix this. Like it's just feedback loops, folks. The drone can like record its exact geo coordinates wherever it dropped off the item. You know, the person that goes and picks up the item could submit, you know, correction instructions through a simple website interface, you know, based on Google Maps technology of where their house is. Just like correct the position for the drone next time. And then once the drone has it correct, it's like it's locked to that house. Like it's just, people live in the same house, or like the house with a property, like an average property with a house on it, stays in the same location for decades, and there's delivery people that have to go to that house over and over and over again. It's like, I have a better idea. Why don't you just have that delivery location fixed in a computer and then send your unmanned aerial vehicle through the sky to drop off whatever you need, whenever you need it. It seems like it's a no-brainer. Save people. I get excited about it because sometimes I think the newspaper is just like this dumping ground of like gossip and fear and like absurd events that no one really needs to know about, and they're really not that inspiring. Okay, so I want to share my opinion on this exciting piece of technology that I think should move forward. And I like I said, folks, I cannot wait to see what people do and how this can be used in the name of love for all the special occasions that we love to give gifts. Christmas, Valentine's Day, birthdays, anniversaries, you name it, just a surprise, just, you know, people could customize, you know, what they want. They could say, you know, I want the drone. They could pick the time when they want the drone to show up. They could like say, I want it to have Christmas lights on the top, you know, I want it to be blinking, whatever. You know, if I was at Amazon, I would make this thing Christmas custom. I would make sure these things can have Christmas lights on them for the Christmas season. They can do all their work at night, just like Santa Claus. And, you know, these things would be flying through the sky with blinking, twinkling Christmas lights of blinking colors, LEDs, red, green, whatever, funky colors. They'd just be flying like Christmas lights through the air at night, delivering presents to kids on the lawn. Kids wake up in the morning, or they stayed up to see these things drop it off. They wake up, they run out, and there's this wrapped parcel on their lawn that was left there by some wonderful, you know, it's for pure joy. It's pure joy. So I'm like, finally a good idea. Let's just cut through all the red tape. Go for it, guys. I'm so excited about the people working on it. So like, just go for it. It's an awesome idea. So, oh, by the way, we have to find love in Amazon. That's what God has been leading us to do in every word and phrase and company in world history. So A plus Z is 27, the perfect cube of 3, and M plus O is, oh my goodness, is 27, the perfect cube of 3, and then there's an O on top, okay, which is 15, and so all this equals Jehovah perfectly. And then A is the most obvious plus 1 in front, being 1. Because obviously God ordained a famous river in this world to have the name Amazon and a company. But this is obvious for the number 3. Love, composed of 27 plus 27 plus O, that equals Jehovah. Okay? Done. Done. And then Amazon Prime Air. And then so if you're wondering about this A in front, well, it's meant to knit together in the story of God with Amazon Prime Air. Because that's the name of this project. So now you have 3 plus 1s. P in front, A in front, and then all this is pure 3s. Because God, what you have to understand, folks, is that God dreamed up Amazon Prime Air long before he created the stars, long before he created Jeff Bezos, long before he created all the people that ultimately now work at Amazon and are behind this project. And God insisted that the name of the project be Amazon Prime Air. So that when history books are open 10,000 years from now in heaven, the Triune God takes the glory for it all using the name. So +1, +1, +1 on the front of all three words. That divides by 3, adding to 18. And then all this is pure 3. So 27, and it's 9. It's like, look at all the 9s. Like, it's just crazy. It's like 99, 9, 99, 9, 99. It's too obvious. And then APA adds to 99. It's like, it's obvious who's in control of Amazon Prime Air, the Triune God. And it's all going to be for love, just like we say at Christmas time. These things are going to deliver in love. And it's less than 30 minutes. The number 3 just keeps cropping up. Like whenever Amazon has a spokesman about this project, that's the number they keep seeing over and over and over again. 30, 30, in less than 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes. Like there's one number attached to this whole project and it makes it so amazing to people. 30-minute delivery, 30-minute, they just keep saying 30, 30, 30, 3, 3, 3 to the glory of the Trinity. It's just, you know, once you understand that God is sovereign, that everything is playing out according to His delightful hand. Did you know that one of God's favorite things to do is surprise the socks off people? Well, that's exactly what this project is. You gotta be kidding me. Presents delivered at my door, like by some cool like flying ship that like was silent in the night, just like Santa Claus. I'm hooked for life. I'm like, I'm gonna send presents to all my kids. I'm gonna be like, this thing's coming at night, man, and it's gonna like drop this off on your lawn. And the kids are gonna wake up in the morning and be like, ah, Santa came. But he missed the chimney. Who cares? Presents on the lawn. You know, it's like, I don't care where the present lands as long as it's there. Now, how are they going to prevent the neighborhood kids from stealing the presents from other people's lawns? That's a question, I guess, that could be answered. Well, obviously, they pick a time when the delivery is going to come. And that's so easy. So people will just pick the exact time. And it would be obviously like a 10-minute window, obviously, that they would wait for a maximum of 5 minutes for the thing to show up, give or take. And it's all so simple, done through a computer. Say, what time do you want the craft to show up? We've calculated how long it takes to get to your house. And within, give or take, like let's say maybe plus or minus 3 minutes, the person is maybe waiting like a bus stop for 5 minutes max. And then, sure enough, the delight of the sound and the little dot, black dot coming into the sky, and all of a sudden it's right over your yard. The person can even walk out and meet it, drops off right at the appointed time. They collect the goods so no one else can steal it. And they are singing their heads off. They're on the phone. They're talking to their neighbors. They're saying, I just can't believe this. I guarantee you, the first time it happens, for every single person on this planet, they're going to be on the phone to someone else to try it. And it's going to be savage how fast this spreads. So, Amazon Prime Air. I'm seeing God all over this story. I'm seeing the number 3 like crazy all over this. What does it all add to? Well, look at the loves in all this. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Like, here's another love. I mean, you talk about love being obvious in this. Okay? The first 2 letters here in prime are 27, and same thing with air. R-I-999, 27, 27. There's another love. So you got love plus another 18, plus another 18, plus another 15. You almost have love, love, love. You have 3 points short of love plus love plus love. That's divine for the Trinity. So, and I really did. I prayed God's blessing upon this project this morning when I saw this on the front page of the paper. I've known about this project from early on. I was watching it and the early announcements from the beginning. But finally, I see it on the front page of a Canadian paper because now Canada is allowing the testing of it. Because the United States is not, which is very strange to me. But more than welcome for me, a Canadian. But I just say, let this thing go, man. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fantastic. Folks, when I read this, when I saw it, I was like so excited. I threw out basically the rest of the entire newspaper. I skipped so much of it. There's so much garbage. I was just like, yes, finally. I was so excited. I was like, finally. Men are doing something cool. Finally, here's a new project. Finally, there's something that's just going to be awesome in the name of love. And it's going to be used for love like crazy. It's like God's going to be all over this. He designed it before we did. So, love plus love. Well, we already did the grand total because I got the loves. Love plus 18 plus 18 plus 15, which is 3 points short of a third love. So that's 159, which divides by 3, obviously. And Amazon Prime Air. And it's just obvious how it all knits together. Love, 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 love. Amazon Prime Air is the name of the project. It screams with the number 3. And it's all going to be for love, for the glory of the Triune God. Okay? And who's at the head of this whole project? A guy named Jeff. Jeff Bezos. Well, everyone, hey Jeff. Jeff divides by 3 perfectly. J plus E equals 15, and then F and F will divide by 3. In fact, Jeff equals 27. Exactly half of love. 27. 3 times 3 times 3. Hey Jeff, how's Amazon Prime Air coming? Well, the Triune God ordained it. He's just experiencing the grace of God upon his life to do what he does every single day. And if he doesn't know Jesus Christ at the present moment, I pray in Jesus' name that he will before he passes into eternity. And I pray the same for all Amazon employees. And I pray the same for all of people in North America and worldwide. And then his full name, Jeffrey, R plus EY divides by 3 as well. So Jeffrey just adds another 48 points to the 27 you already had, 75. So whether you say Jeff or Jeffrey, his first name divides by 3. And of course, Chief Executive Officer divides by 3, and I could go on. And of course, business equals 108 equals worship equals love plus love, and buy equals sell equals trade equals 48. It's obvious who's in control of this story. So, here's a big question. When are people going to stop competing and start cooperating? I just feel like mankind has swayed way too much. I mean, it's been this way from the beginning. We know the sin nature will always exist, but we can do better than this. There's way too much competing and competition-mindedness rather than cooperating. You know that's the truth. But we can do better than this, folks. We really can do better than this. And that's why I like seeing this project. And I like hearing about men being excited and people coming together for something that's going to bless everyone. It's going to save a ton of... Think about, folks, I've done deliveries. I'm delivering newspapers right now. It's a lonely task. There's no real love involved in it. It's just men got to get up early in the night. I mean, think about all the marriages. You got, for example, you got couples that could be sleeping together, and all the guys got to get up early at 5 in the morning to deliver his, because now people deliver newspapers using cars. The kids aren't doing it, The guy's got to get up. He could be sleeping with his wife. It's like, well, why don't we just have unmanned aerial vehicles delivering the newspapers? Furthermore, they can deliver chocolate candies with the newspapers on pre-programmed holidays. Valentine's Day, drop the newspaper off with a chocolate heart. Christmas Day, chocolate candy cane, whatever. The customer's birthday, it's just like pre-programs to drop off the package with a little token saying happy birthday. It's it's so easy. It's just a no-brainer. This is Santa Claus in the making, people. That's the word I was looking for. That's the catchphrase I've been looking for to describe my feelings on this whole project. It's Santa Claus in the making. It's doing what Santa Claus always does. It's our dream that some way someone would be able to give gifts to people at night, in secret, in the dark, while they're sleeping, efficiently, and be on his way. It's everyone's dream that we would pull off the Santa Claus maneuver of gifts being delivered in secret by night, that we wake up in the morning and there it is. And it didn't cost mankind hardly anything. It certainly didn't cost a dude driving around isolated in his truck. My brother does trucking. He's getting lonely. He's like, man, I spend all day by myself inside this metal cab. I'm like, think about what I can't say enough for this. This is technology doing something so helpful for everyone. Oh, God bless Amazon Prime Air. God set people free from fear and just let this thing start going. I just want to see this thing make Christmas history. And oh, I mean, it just makes so much sense. It's ridiculous. Now, you know, I don't see why not eventually people could send things to each other. I mean, that's phase 2. Then you buy your own aerial vehicle and you can send a parcel to your friend's house by launching it yourself. That's phase 2 of this whole process. Is that you're not just ordering things from Amazon Prime Air, but you yourself get to send these things. I'm just going to send my friend a... Now that I can see would be a bit more hesitant because who knows who's... Anyways. Okay, people. Honest confession time. I've always just, the gospel is priority. But that is very cool.